Hello, you beautiful souls. It is I, Nova Ravenswood, and I am coming to you. This should be posted on December 31st, and it is December 30th at the moment. I am doing something a little different than my usual kitchen retreat. I'm still in the kitchen. I mean, I wouldn't be anywhere else. You can do this at your altar if you have like a desk altar like I do. It's multifunctional since I live in a box. But you can do this anywhere you feel comfortable. Before I get into this, this is a self-love new beginning ritual. So first we are going to make our self-love new beginning jar, and you are going to use this all throughout 2021 as a reminder that you love yourself, because we all need to remind ourselves of this. And to give yourself that personal power. I don't know about you. I am a Leo, and I have a huge issue with personal power. So when I feel like I am lacking, I kind of get down in the dump. So I want to build something that is beautiful, creative, affordable, and something that you can use to add to your rituals, um, to go ahead and just set on your altar or wherever you look the most often. So since I pretty much live in my kitchen, I will probably leave it within this general area. So what we are doing is you are going to grab yourself whatever kind of jar you feel comfortable with. If you are using a small jar like this cute little thing I found at the dollar store, just make sure that you have a funnel to go ahead and put the ingredients that I use or whatever you feel comfortable with. Now, this is just kind of an outline. This is what I want to add to my power jar and self-love jar, and to remind myself that this is a new year and a new beginning, a fresh start. So grab yourself whatever you feel comfortable with. Now, I already created my jar, and since it is a full moon phase, I went ahead and did my ritual last night, I should say. I did mine during a personal power hour, which was roughly a little after midnight, so I could attune to my goddess. My goddess is Hecate. That's why I wear my keys. So I already have a jar made, but we are going to go ahead and make one. This is going to be a two-part video. This is going to be the first part, and this is the casting and crafting of your jar. Now, before we get into building this awesome thing, we are going to remember that you need to imbue each ingredient with whatever you are using it for. Now, I wrote an outline for you, and it is behind the computer. So then I can give you a quick rough why I'm using these. And if you want to use them, go ahead. If there are other herbs and spices that you want to use, please feel comfortable. Do whatever you want to do. This is your jar. This is going to be your reminder that you love yourself, no matter how crappy things might get in 21. I want to really empower you to remember that you have power, that you are beautiful, that you are loved. You are not alone, because we get like that sometimes, including being in COVID, in quarantine, home more often. We start to feel really lonely, and we need something to remind ourselves that we love ourselves, we're doing the best that we can, and yeah. So I hope that gives you a rough estimate of what we're doing. So I obviously grabbed myself, I really love my jars, obviously. So I went ahead and just used a regular ball jar. But for this one, I am using a smaller one since I already casted and crafted with this one. Now, as you can see, I forgot that I had a specific book, and the cards were in a box that I was going through trying to look for different power items. And I found the cards, and I was going through them, and it dawned on me that these would be perfect reminders. Now, this is in a Herbiary book it's kind of not cartooned. I don't really know how to describe it. I will leave the name of the book and the author down below, and I will post a picture of it on my blog because I don't want to get in trouble since, you know, it's a copyright thing or something. Again, I'm not being paid for anything that I advertise. I am just giving you my personal opinion and where to go, kind of just giving you an idea. So I went ahead and did sigils on mine after I was done making the jar and putting the cards on it. Now, the cards that I decided to use say Fresh Start, and then Chickweed, and then Be Yourself, and Daisy for that. So I went ahead and wrote runes on mine since I do a lot of rune work. You can do whatever you like. You can put nothing on it. You can write something that means something to you, a prayer, a chant, a spell, whatever you feel comfortable with, okay? So this is all about you and whatever feels good, looks good, and makes you feel good, all right? So for the first part, we are going to mix salt. We are going to use kosher sea salt, which is a huge thing for me, and we are using the kosher sea salt and the pink salt as a mixture of protection coming into the new year. And since I am dealing with a lot and I have decided to become a stay-at-home mom to work with my son who is autistic, I have decided that I need a little more protection for my heart, for my son, for my home. So whatever is going on in your life, add whatever attunes to you. So the sea salt is mostly used for protective and purifying. And then the Himalayan is very similar in magical properties to rose quartz. And I kind of doubled up on that one too. So go ahead and you can add as much as you want. I don't have any tablespoons or teaspoons for this one. I kind of just went with what I felt. So since I do like the pink salt, and I do like where I got this pink salt, it's not chunky and it's fine, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I think my light's reflecting too much here. But, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then I went ahead and added a few personal power items, things that mean things to me. So for me, I am doing rose quartz chips. And I am actually making this one for a friend. I am adding protective powder, some protection powder, and that has eggshells, sand, fresh dirt, and a few other items. Everybody makes theirs differently. I made this quite a while ago, so I can't tell you exactly what I put in it. I am using organic sand that my son and I got while we were out in the summer to ground, to remind me of earth. And again, add as little or whatever feels comfortable for you. So, let's see. We are going to go over to the eucalyptus, which I have fallen in love with the eucalyptus. I'm not going to lie. I've got a few different versions in here, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the smaller stuff. I'm using my tablespoon, just kind of dig it out of the jar. And I got the eucalyptus at the Latin store in the little bags. I posted that on a blog of mine. $1.99 or less is usually how much those are. So I can drop 20 bucks and get 15 different items because sometimes they've got them marked down to 79 cents or 99 cents, whatever the sale may be. So I wanted to, since this is going to be a ritual, so this is the first part again, I am adding some rubbed white sage, again for some protection. Now I did get very creative while doing some research on different self-love rituals and different things to do. I've only done maybe 2 self-love rituals. I am working more on myself, so this is still something kind of new to me. But since we are kind of all saving our pennies, I wanted to do something that most moms have, most people have, is paper. So what I did for the original jar, I used red, but for this one, I'm out of red. So I went ahead and cut out purple hearts. So for my original jar, my jar, I used 9 hearts, and I got myself a Sharpie. And you're going to write on an odd number, so either 3, 6, 9, 13. I wouldn't do any more than 13. I did 9 in my original jar just because I need to attune to myself and remind myself that I love myself. So on each one, write something that you love about yourself. Then what you're going to do is you're going to fold them towards you 3 times. I wanted, I wanted to make sure it was an affordable project. Go ahead and throw those in there. You can do this with rose petals as well. Dried rose petals. It's expensive, not gonna lie, at least where I live. So I went ahead and did not do the rose petals. I just went ahead and did something a little more creative. So go ahead and shove those in there as good as you can. Go ahead and dump a little more salt on there, whether pink or kosher, doesn't matter. Again, I am mixing. Now, for the second part, you're going to get yourself 3 bay leaves, dried bay leaves, and you are going to write 3 goals that you want to achieve for 2021. Okay? And throw it on in there. All right. So, kind of gently get those in there again. Now, I went ahead and I like corn flour, and I got this at Hobby Lobby. Oh, I'm going to make a mess. It's okay. They are beautiful purple, and these are actually edible as well, and I use these in my teas on my blogs because I do a lot of tea ritual. Make sure you cover those bay leaves up with whatever you choose. The corn flour is something that I recently just got into, and it's a little reminder to bring self-knowledge and magic, spirituality, abundance, and creativity is what it is. And for me, I am being creative doing this, writing a lot for my blog, and being a full-time mom. I need all of the above, including right now. So I went ahead and added some nice little handful of dried orange peel. And this is, smells so lovely. It is for letting go of the past, and that is a huge thing for me. I need to let go. I need to not hold on to the things that I cannot control. Again, I'm a Leo. And I need to just move on with my own life. I can't continue to worry about others, and I have a huge problem doing that as I carry baggage of others even when I have no control over it. So it's kind of crappy. So it's a good thing and a bad thing about myself, I suppose. So then I went and added some beautiful red raspberry leaves. And these, sorry, I've got so much going on here. I had a very long day, so just want to remind myself. It is for healing and protection. So again, healing mostly for me is I'm in the middle of a divorce. I'm dealing with a son with autism and ADHD and learning to cope with being a stay-at-home mother. So I've got a lot on my plate. So doing this is adding the red raspberry and the orange peel. These are things that really hit home and resonate with me. So use what resonates with whatever situation you have, because I know you got one. We all got one. We all got situations. So use, again, what is comfortable and feels right for you. And just remember, again, to hold these and just imbue these with the magical properties that you want them to do. Say thank you and add them to your jar. Okay? So I am a huge believer in comfrey. I've had a lot of good luck with comfrey. Again, I travel a lot with my son. We drive a lot to just random areas. So I'm using this as protection for safe travels. I have a sachet in my car. So, and it also brings in money as well. And being a single mother, I can always use all the money I could possibly get. So here is, sorry, I fell off there. That was a bad idea. Now, cinnamon stick. Cinnamon sticks are just in general protection, money, abundance, prosperity. I mean, it is a dual. It's almost like a rosemary. It has a lot of magical properties that are very useful and very just, I love cinnamon. Jesus. And magical work is where I was going with that. Since I can't break it, I shall pound it to death. Now you can stick it in their hole, or you can do what I just did. Now, I really wanted to get this out because I really, really wanted to do something that resonates to you, that brings in self-love and new beginnings. So I decided to do this. And then the second part will be me sitting down and actually performing a small, short ritual, kind of showing you how to use this in your magical practices. And I also believe that you should feel your prettiest, because this is a self-love spell, ritual, whatever you want to call it. It can be all of the above. So just, I truly think that the better you feel inside and out when it comes to self-love and new beginnings while performing these rituals and spells, kind of gives it a little more umph. I don't know what the word is, so I'm using umph. I'm getting old. So I then went ahead and added 3 drops of personal power oil. To achieve my goals for 2021 and for creativity and motivation. So then, because I am a worshiper of Hecate, I am adding 3 drops of Hecate oil. Now, if you want to know how I crafted these, go ahead and let me know down in the comments, or you can shoot me an email on my Ravenswood email. That works either way. I will get back to you rather quickly. So just let me know if you are interested, and I can shoot you the ingredients for those. So to top this off, I'm going to again layer up some salt. Now I'm not going all the way to the top because I have just a couple more things to add in here. I am going to add why am I drawing a blank? I am so sorry. I am adding a Amethyst Crystal. There we go. Good God. S. So then, now oddly enough, I tried to look for different odd and end herbs and spices that aren't used very often, at least in witchery. In hoodoo, it is more used, and in bruja. So, Santeria, sorry if I misinterpreted that. Didn't mean anything. So, no disrespect. I am using Palo Brazil. Now, Palo Brazil you can get at your local Latin store. They come in the little bags. And these are amazing to bring in good luck and fortune. And since that is my mission for this year, since I plan on giving my son a extremely wonderful life as a single mother, I want to make sure that I bring in fortune and good luck for the both of us. Now you can add any other oils that you like. You can do cedarwood, lavender, a nice, whatever resonates with you, okay? So this is the first part. I really didn't want to go over 15 minutes, but I knew I was going to end up going over 15, so I apologize. So you're going to go ahead and close that baby up as tight as possible. Now, I found these super awesome. I'm going to go yays for the dollar store. I found a lot of witchery stuff today. This is rose quartz. It is a warm blend of red currant and velvety rose. It actually smells really good. And then they have a whole other bunch of them for witchery. I mean, straight up witchery. So I'm going to step over here, over next to the garbage. And I am sealing her up with wax. Now, while you're doing this, you can say a prayer, a mantra, whatever feels good to you. Now, because this is a rose quartz infused candle, I felt like that was appropriate. You can use red, pink, white, whatever attracts you. You're the one that has to look at this every day. So use what you want. Okay? Shake her up. And again, you can add any sigils, cards like I did, whatever you like. So that is part 1 of part 2. I don't know why I said it like that. Part 1 of 2. There we go. So I will see you tomorrow, the day of New Year's Eve. So this gives you an idea of kind of, if you don't have anything to go out and about and go look for that tomorrow morning, you can make this during your personal power hour. It is a full moon right now, so this is perfect. You can also do this for any self-love, waning moon, balsamic moon, but mostly your personal power hour. For this one, I really truly believe your personal power hour is when you should be making this. And then as long as it is done before midnight, you are going to go ahead and do your self-love ritual at midnight if you are single like me. If not, you can do it during the day if you have some time alone. For the ritual, it will be approximately 10 to 15 minutes depending on what you want to say. So I hope to see you then. Thank you for clicking. Again, please subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you want to see, and I will continue to bring you awesome kitchen witchery. All right. See you when I see you.